Hey.
Hello everyone, this is Sloth from Sloth and Moose with another Starcraft 2 commentary. Actually got a game from the tournament me and Moose hosted this weekend. It's going to be against one of our subscribers. We have BioOrMech here. We've casted a couple of his games in the past. And this guy has exploded as a Terran player. He is a Masters player, which means he's top 2% in the North American ladder. And let me tell you guys, he's a beast. I watched a lot of his replays in the tournament. And he's really fun to watch play just because he's so good. He's going to be playing against Heficson, who is in the top middle on this awesome map that they call Metalopolis. Always produces a lot of epic games, but we'll see how this one goes here. I'm glad Moose had me cast this one, considering that BioOrMech is playing against a Zerg player, so we will see how he matches up against the best race on Earth, even though they're not. Never mind. But he is going to spawn this out. Heficson. God, that's going to get on my nerves. I'm just going to call him Heck. Heck will scout this out. Scout out that they are pretty close positions. Not as close as the Zerg player might like. But it is not cross positions, which definitely... Actually, that doesn't really favor Zerg in either way. But it does in a sense of... if he wants to go quick roaches, if he wants to go quick Zerglings. But BioOrMech will not be taken down by some early gay cheese pressure, I'm going to assume. So this is close to the end of our tournament. BioOrMech did make it to the finals and ended up winning and won himself a free pizza. So, you know what, guys? We are pretty cool and we use money to get subscribers, in other words. It was not my idea, it was Moose's. So we do, as I love to see, we do see a 15 hatchery go down for Heficson, or actually it was a 14 hatchery. I go 15, but I guess this is a little bit safer, especially considering their close positions. Might get some early Marines or something. Already got one pumping out from BioOrMech's barracks, and we are going to see an early spawning pool going down as well, and then gas after he gets to 16 supply, it looked like, and I assume he's going to produce Overlord. So liking that right now. Going really standard for BioOrMech right here. Very standard opener. Going to have 2 Marines. Going to have this SCV. Will scout out the Zerg base, although he already knows because he saw the Overlord fly over. So, so yeah, hopefully we will see a good game. Hopefully no bullcrap. Maybe a macro game. I'm not really sure. But we'll see. We got a factory. Noticed whenever I was watching BioOrMech play, he does love to get Marine Siege Tank. It is his bread and butter. I don't know any other good ones other than bread and butter. Yeah, it's his bread and butter, guys. That's what it is. We probably will see Zergling speed from Heficson just because Zerglings are how you open against Terran. It's Zerglings and Banelings if you have to. And what, guys? I just started playing on high graphics like probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't know what's inside that spawning pool. It's pretty cool though. What is that? If y'all can tell me what that is, I'll give you a lifetime supply of my love. So it's going to get Zergling speed. You see that because the water inside of the spawning pool is shaking, and I just noticed that now too. Playing on low graphics is not fun, guys. But it does look like BioOrMech does like to stay on 1 racks, and then instead of getting any kind of a tech add-on onto his barracks, he goes ahead and waits for that factory to get done, throws down a tech lab so he can go ahead and get that siege mode going, and maybe a siege tank out, we will see, but he is going to go into a quick expand from this, which, I mean, it's not a quick expand, but he did go, it's going to be a 1 racks, 1 factory into command center, which, I mean, if you want to be Masters player, guys, you have to learn how to macro play. It's not all about the early cheese rushes. Oh, and it looks like Heficson's going to have some problem with these 5 Marines right here. We do have 2 Queens and 2 Zerglings, and the Spine Crawler will finish, but these Marines are going to be able to get in the back because this Spine Crawler is not positioned all that greatly. So, really early for BioOrMech, putting on the early pressure, and he needs to get off the creep to get away from those Zerglings, and especially get away from those Queens. Those Queens eat up Marines actually fairly well just because they have so much hit points. 175 hit points. Takes Marines quite a while, especially if he has transfuse, and now that Zergling speed is done, those Marines are easily going to be taken off. So it does look like BioOrMech does like to get that expand right beside his other expand. I would assume he might go ahead and make Marines all the way up into the point where he can get pretty well saturated when he does decide to go ahead and land at his natural. These Marines are going to get nicely positioned outside before BioOrMech can get this really secured out here. So, looking pretty good for the Zerg player at this point. He's got 2 pretty fully operational bases, droning up pretty hard, trying to get his natural fully saturated like his main. He probably could transfer 2 or 3 from here. Not seeing any tech from him, but that is because he's only been running from... Oh, take that back, guys. We are seeing a Spire. So, no Baneling nest from him, which is what I would really like to see. But as soon as those siege tanks get out, you are undoubtedly going to have mutas. It really, you can't win straight up muta baneling muta if you just go straight in against siege tank. You got to be able to pull in, like do a pincer attack with your mutas, take out the siege tanks from the back. It is so hard to beat a siege tank with just your Ling muta baneling. Like if you go straight up, just because the Marine tank build is so strong, and this tank is positioned beautifully outside at the bottom of this ramp. I would like to see the next one come up to this corner right here, so he can have sight of all there, and so he can take out any Zerglings or Banelings that might be running through there. It does look like our Zerg player is very, very smartly going to expand again. Can't get down on expansions, guys. And he did take his fourth geyser, extractor, whatever you want to call it, whichever race you play, simply because the Spire is now up, and I would expect him to go ahead and he's going to get flyer attack level 1s and 3. I would expect him to pump out a couple more mutas when his minerals get high enough for it. So we are seeing 4 more barracks going down for BioOrMech. 1 tech lab, 2 tech labs, 1 reactor. We'll see what he does on the last one. He's going to get 2 reactor, 2 tech lab. So he's going to have 5 racks, 3 of them with reactors, so very, very Marine heavy. These 2 tech labs are probably going to be for stim pack and combat shields, just because he does go so heavy on the Marines. And he's got this timing down perfectly. He's got this missile turret up before these mutas can come in here and harass. He's got another one building. He's got one being built at his natural. It's just solid play right here. And these mutas do look like they're going to try and pick off this reactor. Let me tell you guys, reactors take a long time to build. If you ever play Terran, you know how long it takes you to build a reactor. Tech labs seem like nothing compared to reactors, just because reactors are so strong whenever you want to get out all those units. It's going to build 2 more missile turrets to fend off any of these. I guess there's only 3 mutas on the field at this point, but he is droning up still pretty hard. I assume he's going to... Oh, he does have Banelings now, too. I did miss the Banelings nest. But he's going to drone up pretty hard, try and get good saturation on that third. But what we do have here is BioOrMech is moving this command center out, plus his units. He feels comfortable with just this 1 siege tank at his main and a few Marines, and then his missile turrets at like all around his base to come out here and try and secure this gold. He is going to be able to get a planetary fortress down as long... I believe on this map, especially, if Terran can secure that high yield and get a planetary fortress, then it's going to be pretty effing hard for a Zerg player to win, or any player at that. It does look like these mutas are going to pick off this Marine at this watchtower, so going to lose sight of there. I do like the Overlord placement of the Zerg player of Heck, simply because they are in good position to see if there's going to be any drop play, but it does not. I have not seen any starport action coming from BioOrMech during all these games. So we do see double upgrades also coming from BioOrMech. So just an all-around solid player. He does have his planetary fortress up and running yet now. Does not have either of the gases going on it. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like he really needs it. His gas is keeping up pretty well with his minerals. And he's doing a great job just macroing up. He's getting infantry armor level 1, stim pack, combat shield, weapons level 1 as well. So doing a wonderful job. He's just a straight macro player. And if you can learn how to be a macro player in StarCraft 2, that is how you will get up into the Masters. Or even, I mean, not everybody's going to get in Masters just because it's hard to be in the top 2% in the world. But I mean, even like Diamond or even Platinum. So just learn the macro, guys. Just like BioOrMech, you can learn. And even from Heck is in Masters, and he is, I mean, he's not down well, he's on the same amount of expansions, but I mean, he knew he had to go ahead and expand again, or he would be completely out of this game as soon as he saw the natural being taken by BioOrMech. And it does look like BioOrMech is going to move in here. He feels really comfortable. He's going to have to micro away with these Marines and does a great job. All these banelings exploding on the siege tanks. That's not good at all. It's not what you want. You have to take out the Marines. You have to go after the Marines with the banelings so your mutas can pick off the siege tanks while those banelings are running them away. So he's going to have to pull all these drones off. And this does look like it's going to be fatal for the Zerg player. He does have a few more banelings coming in right now. He does have centrifugal hooks, but honestly, it's probably not going to be enough. I mean, he's going to have just a reinforcing army so fast. He's going to get these Marines out of here. I would like to see him get a starport and get these medvacs out, simply because he does have a lot of very, very hurt Marines over here because of the stim pack, and he's not going to be able to take out all these Marines. These Marines are going to stim pack up again. Beautiful split. Oh my gosh, what a split. He does lose all of his Marines, but I was just impressed. He lost a lot more banelings, the Zerg player did, than he should have. I would expect him to go ahead. He is going to go ahead and take back that expansion, but he is coming in with a reinforcing army, 1 siege tank, and a ton of Marines. He is just so good at microing those Marines away. He's not going to do it right there, but he is able to take out most of the banelings before they do maximal damage. And this does look like it's going to be game, guys. He does pull 4. Oh, look at this Marine split. What a beautiful job by BioOrMech. And these banelings are not, this just makes the banelings just not very effective. And kills like 30 overlords right there. Does not lose many Marines. And heck, rage quits, gets angry. I probably would have too. I wouldn't have made it that far. I would have lost to that first Marine push just because Bio is very good at microing away from banelings. It's ridiculous. So great game right there, guys. I mean, there wasn't really much Heficson could have done. I mean, preventing that high yield from getting down would have been his best bet. His macro was slipping a little bit right there, BioOrMech was, but I guess he pretty much knew he had it in the bag after he took down that third. So a ton of barracks. This is ridiculous. He's got 9 barracks pumping out units. I guess when you're on 3 base, you have to have that many production buildings as a Terran. And great game right there, guys. He did have Thors on the way as well to deal with the mutas. But appreciate everyone watching. If you weren't a part of the tournament, you should be a part of the next one. If you were, I appreciate y'all playing. And I'm sure we'll have more in the future whenever we have the time for it. But anyway, guys, if you're still watching this, thanks for sticking with me and supporting Sloth and Moose. And we'll see you next time, guys. Appreciate it.